Actor Joe Pantoliano won an Emmy Award for the groundbreaking series The Sopranos. He seemed to be on top of the world, but he had a secret. He was battling depression and substance abuse. He revealed to me just how dark his days had become in a conversation in his hometown of Hoboken.
How many Nobledons does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Joe Pantoliano played a tough guy on The Sopranos, but off-screen, he was at the breaking point.
I was at the Sundance Film Festival one year, and I'm sitting in this bedroom. I've got a skiing date with some executives at CBS, and I am totally, I got my boots on, I've got everything on, and I'm sitting at the edge of the bed, and I couldn't get off the bed. I literally couldn't move, and I was, it's like, what? This has got to end. You know, that this has got to end. I cannot live like this any longer. Either I get better or it dies. And
what do you mean it dies?
well, you know, that I'd have to cease to be. I would cease to exist. That I would kill myself.
That's the moment Pantoliano decided to get treatment for clinical depression after years of mood swings and erratic behavior, which he writes about in his memoir, Asylum. Do you understand how difficult you were to be with? No?
Yes, because I realized how miserable I was and how I wanted everybody to be as miserable as me. I was nasty, mean-spirited. I couldn't find the good in anything. It's the lack of peace of mind. And I didn't have any peace of mind. And if I couldn't have peace of mind, why should anybody else in my family? Ready, Bogey? I have my keys. I got my keys. The only people that understood me was my dogs. Come on. Bogey was the only guy that could understand, that was happy to see me. You know, as they were running out to greet me, my kids and Nancy were running into their bedrooms to pretend that they were doing their homework.
This is your family.
My family.
You're coming home from work, at the end of the day shooting, where everyone's paying attention to you. And your own children and your wife are hiding.
They were hiding. And then I started hiding. You know, I was so isolated that I didn't want to, you know, when my phone rang, it was an inconvenience. You know, I didn't want to answer it. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I wanted to be left alone. It's a horrible place to be. I didn't know I was mentally diseased. I just thought that it was me, that I felt like I was walking underwater through sand.
What's the biggest difference in you now?
I think about the other person. I think about how can I be of service to this person? How can I do the next right thing? Because I didn't care about anybody else. I only cared about me.
I said some things and I did some things that I'm sorry for.
Where do you put The Sopranos in your career?
It was like one of the first really great things in this new medium, which was cable television. You know, it's been frustrating on my part. I think that they only remember the violence. You know, the way that they wrote that show was so interesting and so smart, and was such a comment on the culture of America. You know, the deconstruction of America.
Do you think you're a good actor?
You know, I don't like watching me work, you know, but I don't mind my work as yeah, of course I think I'm good. You know, I think
Why did you have to think about that?
Because I didn't want to, you know, I was going down the negative road, and I changed it. I changed it. Why bother? I love acting. Let me put it that way. I love doing stuff where you can be all of these different people.
I choose the Matrix.
I love the feeling that acting gives me.